Hello and welcome back to Junior Finance, where we talk the future of finance with a future generation. Alright, looking at AMP token here today, we were exactly right with what we said on this channel. We have seen that short-term cool-off to the downside. And so, what does that mean? Where are we headed in the future? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. And as always, nothing I say in this video should be taken as financial advice. And if you'd like to see more, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's look here at the chart. What do we see? Okay, we hit this resistance point and the rally back to the upside, just as I was talking about in the last video, before crashing back down. We have seen likely the end of that crash as we are moving back to the upside. So, drawing the exact same lines as I had before, these two ranges, we can see what I am talking about. Okay, we have hit the top of this range. We bounced down to the bottom of the range. We hit the top of the range. We went down. We broke above the range in the double top formation. And then what happened? Short term to the downside, up back to that exact same resistance point before headed back down. And that was the crash I was talking about that we were going to experience. So where are we headed now? Well, this is the trend line, which I have very roughly drawn. Well, where did I get this from? Moving back in time all the way into May and June of 2021, right before we had the massive rally to the upside. We can see this exact same formation forming, and the way cryptocurrencies work and the way stocks work is all through patterns. Okay, you see one pattern happening, you're likely to see it again. So what do we have here? Well, I've drawn the ranges in which we have found. Okay, point here, point here, point here, point here. These are where I'm looking at for drawing this line. We have hit this. We went up all the way down after getting a slight rejection and broke above the trend line, only before crashing back down. And look what happened here, guys. A double top pattern, just as we have seen back there. And what happened then? It came crashing down to the trend line, and that was my prediction for what was going to happen. And while we haven't reached all the way there, I did mention that there were lots of spots of resistance that we may have seen. So what happened after that? It bounced around in this range for a little bit before breaking all the way to the upside in a massive rally before crashing all the way down 50%. Okay, that is what we're seeing. But after that, if you had sold here, well, you're going to miss out. Guess what? Massive pump to the upside. If you had got in here all the way at the bottom of the range, you would have gotten it at 2.5. And guess what happened? All the way up here, we hit 12 cents. Now that's a 6x return if you played it perfectly. Well, I think we are going to have a very similar thing happening in the future. I am not sure exactly how high we are going to go, because of course that depends upon sentiment in the market and a load of other features. But what we are seeing is this range form. We've seen this double top, and we are likely going to be in that range for another week or so before finally making that pump all the way to the upside and possibly hitting new all-time highs. Now, if you would like a tradable cryptocurrency that you can play the range while still getting a large return and still having a fundamental project, then getting in at AMP token right now, there could not be a better time. Like I said, wait for it to hit towards the bottom of this range or one of the large resistance points on the Fibonacci retracement levels before finally having that pump to the upside. Now, possibly what you could see is that 6x return, but even if you don't, you play it at the bottom of the range here, you go from 4.3 all the way to 5.3. Now, that is a massive gain if you can constantly trade the up and down on this cryptocurrency. So, that is what I am going to be doing in the near future. Buying more once it hits that dip, and then selling it once it hits the top of the range. But you got to be careful with this because you don't want to sell it and then miss out and have that be this massive kind of spike that we are going to see. That is exactly what we don't want to have happen. So I wouldn't sell more than 50% at a time. It's always a smart strategy to play the range, but you don't want to miss out on something possibly bigger than a small range like this. And as always, moving into the actual technicals, we can see the RSI and the MACD indicator both took a large hit in this dip that we are experiencing now. However, looking at the moving average cross, we see a very interesting formation happening. Now, typically the way this works is you see this yellow line taking the lead and you're indicating a bullish momentum, and this green line taking the lead, you're indicating a bearish momentum. So what has just happened here, everybody? We have crossed into the yellow territory. That's now indicating we are in a bullish momentum, and likely what you see is a big pump, not simply just a small move and the cross like this. Once it really crosses over, we are going to see that bullish momentum. So we are going to be experiencing a large pump to the upside very soon. So absolutely keep this cryptocurrency in mind, keep an eye on it, and wait for that massive pump to the upside. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what cryptocurrencies you would like me to cover next in my technical analysis. If you enjoyed this, as always, please watch my other videos and stay tuned for more in the future. I will be covering AMP token as it makes its big bull move, okay? Everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.